Greetings. My name is Timothy Watkins, and today I will be giving a brief presentation on Operation Mockingbird. The purpose of this presentation is to find out exactly what Operation Mockingbird was, its intentions, whether good or bad, and the overall impact it had and maybe even currently has. Now, before I continue, I would like you to look at a few questions and answer them without overthinking. Can your opinions and attitudes be heavily influenced by the media? Is it possible to manipulate an individual's ideas? How do you form your opinions about people, places, or things? Is it possible to control what people think? How much of conspiracy theories and fake news is possibly real? Upon reviewing these questions, is it safe to say that our ethical beliefs play a role in our answers? I now give you Operation Mockingbird. The idea of a large organization controlling the minds and thoughts of individuals, pushing them towards a specific ideology and certain life choices, may seem as science fiction or as an absurd conspiracy that can be found in books and movies. However, for some, it is certainly not a new surprising discovery that corporations, organizations, and politicians manipulate public opinion in order to fit certain agendas. These are in their turn manipulated by even bigger and more powerful organizations such as the government itself. Now let's look at the intentions, whether good or bad. The CIA controlling and manipulating civilians' minds is not fiction. It is a conspiracy turned out to be true during the 1970s in the United States of America. Following the Cold War, the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, was able to gain control over what was being published, not only in the USA, but more in general across the globe. It exerted much influence over what the public should be allowed to see and what should be concealed. In essence, it ruled what the public saw, heard, and read on a regular basis. Operation Mockingbird is a United States CIA campaign that aimed not only to influence the media, but also infiltrate it. Since the 1950s, the CIA started recruiting journalists, editors, and students in order to write and promulgate false stories. The CIA stories were entirely propaganda, and their employees were paid huge salaries in order to promote such fake news. Essentially, the CIA managed to control both national and international newspapers through a bribe. During the 50s, Cord Meyer and Allen W. Dulles devised and organized a propaganda outreach program. They recruited leading American journalists into a network in order to promulgate the CIA's views. The CIA went to extremes of funding students, cultural organizations, and magazines that would spread the CIA's views of events. In 1977, Carl Bernstein published The CIA and the Media in Rolling Stone. The article exposed much of the CIA's attitudes towards the spreading of fake news and its tactic, as well as explicit collaboration with journalists. Bernstein explains how journalists did not limit themselves to write what the CIA suggested. Their relationship was much more complicated and intimate. In fact, reporters shared their notebooks with the CIA, and some of the journalists were also award winning writers, and others became spies in communist countries. Church Committee and actions to prevent the CIA's involvement in the news. During the 1970s, the Church Committee was created by Senator Frank Church in order to investigate any government operations and potential abuses carried out by the CIA, the NSA, the FBI, and the IRS. During an interview, Senator Church publicly claimed, "We have quite a lot of detailed information, and we will evaluate it and we will include any evidence of wrongdoing or any evidence of impropriety in our final report, and we will make our recommendation." In 1973, the CIA published Family Jewels, a book which exposes all the information that had been hidden and or manipulated through the years. The book is around 700 pages long. Moreover, in the same year, the director of the CIA, William E. Colby, stated that the CIA will undertake no activity in which there is a risk of influencing domestic public opinion, either directly or indirectly. The agency will continue its prohibition against the placement of material in the American media. In certain instances, usually where the initiative is on the part of the media, the CIA will occasionally provide factual, non attributable briefings to various elements of the media, but only in cases where we are sure that the senior editorial staff is aware of the source of the information provided. Let's take a look at the impact. The risk of fake news sites, social media, has made it very easy to spread information quickly. Because Facebook and Twitter timelines move so quickly, viewers don't often verify what they've seen. A great deal of content is also spread through images and memes, which may or may not be based on valid information. Of course, many memes are created to be funny, cute, or outrageous. Others, however, are intended to influence our thinking. Even links to real articles can be misleading. It's safe to say that most people who see a headline and link never read the whole article. It can be said that instead of enlightening us, the information age has made us more confused and more easily manipulated. Often it seems as if we are rich in data and knowledge, but extremely poor in wisdom. Everything from Sesame Street to the most advanced postgraduate graduate education has been saturated with political and cultural bias. This concludes my presentation today, and I hope you've gained a better understanding of what Operation Mockingbird was, its overall intentions, whether good or bad, and the overall impact that it currently has and that it had during its time. I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day.